everyone. This is Roger again, once again, with Creating with Your Spiritual Universe. And hope that you're having a great day. And thank you once again for joining us. We're in another video. And today we are going to talk about our friends that we share this planet with. In particular, we're going to talk about the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom in the air, the land, and the water. And this is a very, very important topic because these wonderful beings assist us in so many ways. And I'm going to start talking about this by first of all talking about the word animal. The word animal, the first letter is A, which is anti, and the last three letters, M-A-L, means mal, which means malevolent or not good. And this is the problem with language. And I want to congratulate those of us who have stepped past the ridicule and are going about correcting language, particularly the English language, because it's laced with so many inverse and or inverted systems within it, signs and symbols that are used within the words to spell us. Notice the word spell. Okay? And so I've decided to remove all my consent and all of my cooperation with the things that are laced within language. So even though I have to use the same words because I have to communicate with people, and this is how we communicate verbally, I still use the same words, but I have gone in and consciously removed anything and all of my power out of language and just use it as a tool so that I do not spell myself and spell others with the things that I say. And this is important because everything about this world is about controlling you and making you control others and control yourself without you even knowing it. And I refer to that as the prison in the mind, where you do things to stay in line without even being prompted to do so. And we must break out of this because we are on an evolutionary path. And to move forward into the next steps of what we are going to become, we have to shed all of these debilitating and old paradigms. Now let's get back to the animal kingdom. They help to harmonize our environment. They assist us in harmonizing. If you have pets, cats, dogs, or any other kind of pet, but particularly mammals, we know that when we come in and we're not feeling our best, that dog, that cat, or whatever you have as a pet is going to come to you, and they're going to be able to feel that, and they're going to try to give you the kind of energy to bring you back into balance, to make you feel better. They do that naturally for us. There's nothing malevolent about that. And in our environment, they help to harmonize the environment. When you go into nature, you know why many of us feel so good when we go into nature? Because we're taking in those negative ions. Nature seeks to harmonize us with itself. And that is the nature, that is the way that things are on this planet when they're left to be in their own state and behave the way they naturally would. So animals do that all the time. They do that all the time. Here in North America, they have reintroduced the wolves back into nature after we have driven them into extinction. And you know what has happened? Things that plants and fauna and life forms that that had disappeared and they thought were gone started to come back because of the reintroduction of the wolf. They started to come back. Plants that they hadn't seen before, flowers that they hadn't seen before, came back. As a result, creatures that they hadn't seen before came back into the environment, bringing it back to what it normally should be. And so that had an effect on every single life form in the area and regions that these wolves have been introduced. They've done it. They've even changed the landscape and the terrain. Streams and rivers are being reshaped because of the introduction of the wolves back into a way that is most harmonious. So these beings are not just here and to be looked at as lower forms of life. We need them. That is why it's so important for us to protect our habitat and our environment and not to participate in the deforestation and destruction of the habitat of these wonderful beings. Because they're not just physical, they are spiritual beings just like us. And they are on the evolutionary path just like us. We are in the same boat. Okay? So they're not just limited to assisting us in the physical realm, they're also assisting us in the spiritual and other realms. Because they have souls and spirits too. And so I'm going to every once in a while do a series on a group of creatures that fall into that category so that we can become more familiar about what they do physically, and not only that, what they do spiritually and metaphysically. Thank you so much, and remember to defy the taboo against finding out who you are.